Alright. I need to figure out how to make the teleport work. It wasn't working when I was trying it. I was gonna have you drive down the tunnel here and teleport to this part, but so the new area I'm building in, it's going to go down the tunnel and then it's going to enter the pyramid thing or whatever. But also, whoever made these knows something that I don't, or they're like actually part of the someone that's like able to put things in the game. They don't have audio. You can drive them, and he stands like through the roof in each one of them. But I mean, they do look pretty cool. It like takes a second for him to try to get in. So like they're not really finished. Although I do see the steering wheel even works in this one. Interesting. This I'm pretty sure I've seen on a poster or like that from the thing that I put in. Oh wow. I don't know why they didn't just like, if it was someone that actually worked on the game or like has access to that type of stuff, didn't just use like one of the car audio files that's already in the game for it. You know? If they didn't like want to make one or whatever. But if this is just like a very creative person that found a way to mod into it or something, big props to you, man. That's some pretty cool stuff. Let's see, when you do that first mission, you go out to like probably this area right here. So I was trying to say, this might be the area, I think. There was supposed to be, yeah, like these rocks right here are the tell sign. So like if you go down here, you're literally at Temple Place. So that was probably like their funny haha. If they only knew they were there the whole time, they were right on top of it and never knew. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but I want to go up here and see if the sun's gone again. No, it's still here. Oh, you know what? You know what else? They added a barrier out here, bro. I don't know if they added one in the sky. I need to go see. See, look at this. Now, if you've seen the video where I was driving to see where the edge of the map was and drove off, I'm guessing you can't do that now. There's only really one way to know, though, right? Is if, like, we plop ourselves down right here. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I was way up in the air. How? I guess you could still fall through. Yo, they need to get rid of these random drones that fly out here. I feel like they also are eating up a lot of memory. For no reason. Like, who cares to see all of these drones way out here? And I mean, they're way out here. Flying around. You look under the map, look at all them drones. Like, look at all that nonsense, bro. Get rid of that. That should not be here. And maybe they've already fixed it, and they're working on other patches, and they're just going to bundle it all into one. But just in case they haven't, get rid of those drones. Also, I see it's a setting that you can put, what's it called? The, something in effect, you know. And I was wondering if it gets rid of all the cars on the road. Because the traffic is a freaking problem, man. For no reason. I forget what it was called. But, so I was going to hook it up. And since there wasn't joints and I didn't have a way to have the tires that I put on here rotate, I hooked up a thing. Oh, now since I grouped it, they're rolling the wrong way. Well, that's fun. They weren't. They were rolling the way they were supposed to be rolling before. That's so weird that did that. Either way, the trailer that was in the game, it had a weird collision like right here, so you couldn't even walk underneath it. It seemed like. I don't know what that was about. So I built my own custom trailer out of this garbage. And then I was going to put this jet on here, and I was going to pull it in the truck. And that girl who doesn't have a name yet. It's not going to be Shorty, I can tell you that right now. But if she ever does pop up in one of my videos somewhere, I don't know. I'll think of something for her. But anyway, right now, I was going to be pulling the trailer. I was just going to have a little clip because I was like, well, if I can't get it to turn, it's annoying that those wheels are doing that. Let me just ungroup all this shit. Yeah, you do. What the f... It almost makes sense, but it almost is like, that's dumb if that's what it is. Let me turn it like this. Bro. Don't... You gotta be shitting me. Come on. So they would have only rode right if I was going in along this way somewhere. Anyway, imagine it was attached to a truck, okay? I was gonna pull it up and because, you know, when I was down there, I was like, do you think we could get that thing to fly? And then she was like,
absolutely not.
But I was gonna have this thing freaking fly for real, okay? The more I think about it now, I don't think it's worth trying at this stage, man. There's just not enough going on in this game, performance-wise, to make it really feel like it should be something I need to do. You know, it's not. I don't really need to do anything, to be honest. But the one thing that was pretty cool, and not many people watched that video, so I know you watching this right now probably didn't even see this, but you're about to, bro. Watch this. Check this out. And I didn't test this before I did it, but I hooked up the car follower thing to this, right? But I have it set to only activate when I tell her to get it in the car. So I get in this one, and I had her get in this one. I mean, they both could have rode in that car. But you see the wheels are already turned, because the car wants to follow me already. There just wasn't really too much of a way I can change its follow distance like you can with a normal follower. Oh. No. Not right now, anyway. But it's kind of like if you get out of too far from her, she will drive crazy. Or the car will drive and do whatever it wants to do, pretty much. Trying to find you again. Because its GPS is a little jank. But if you do it the way I did it in that video, it pretty much... And I wasn't trying to, like, let her keep up. But I was driving, like, on a road. I wasn't driving just every which way. But she pretty much will follow. But I think it was the part of the... Because it almost seems like it wants to do something else. Like when it gets too close, it... Or too far away. It doesn't know how to decelerate very well. And if you try to take too sharp of a turn, just tries to ram you. But it can follow you. So like for what it is, at least that's something that freaking at least does something, bro. You know? It's kind of crazy though, because if I go off the road just a little bit like this, that car like does the same exact thing, slides sideways and everything. So it's like not only following you exactly, I don't know if it's like placing waypoints as you drive, like what's going on under the hood. But it literally tries to drive exactly the way you are, pretty much. Except for the swervy things it does. Oh, there it goes. It lost it. Lost it. So yeah, you could have that on a police car, pretty much. But I mean, it'd be a jank-ass police chase. I mean, if it flew up on you and tried to, like, spin you out, that would be the ideal way, but, like, I didn't see a way to customize its driving behavior. Like on the waypoint one, the one that you set the waypoints for, where you can have a car just drive to a certain spot or a certain place, you can have it follow that. It's for the enemy car, but you could make it for anyone. And ride in the car with them, so it would seem like they were actually driving you around. But you can have it like follow the speed limit, I think it said, or something in the settings. I'm pretty sure that one doesn't have like all of that shit, but let's just crack it open, man. Yeah, see, you can set this. So like the way this has the 2 checks and this, they should have, not they could have, they should have put it on the vehicle one, drive like abide traffic laws or whatever, and then one is just like drive reckless, maybe reckless. I mean, just to mention some things that would be make the game more fun for people. First of all would be the performance, obviously. I mean, you got to get that. That's why I'm like, put everything else on the back burner until that sucker's got the performance working. Because you can't, if you got people that can't even play the game at all, I would say it's going to come. But if they give up on the game, I mean, even though they said they were going to like relaunch it, whatever that means, why relaunch it? Why not just fix what you got? You say relaunch it like you're going to build a whole new world and everything, and it's going to be a whole new experience, and it's, I guarantee you it's going to look like this and be the same thing. So just fix this one. If you added the stuff where people could add their own things into it, because like, I'll talk about Grand Theft Auto for a second. Yeah, the Grand Theft Auto games were okay, but let's think about the Grand Theft Auto game when it first comes out. There's no online, so once you've done the story, the only thing you can do is explore and do side missions, but that's it. That's fine for a lot of people, but after a while, that gets old until like something like multiple player gets put in, and then they have that whole side of it, which really opens the game up. If Grand Theft Auto never had multiplayer and it was just a single player game, like it wouldn't have had the lifespan that it's had. If you couldn't mod the game, because like, so you can't mod this right now, so let's just say you could never mod Grand Theft Auto, the RP and everything for that would not be what it is. Would have never been a thing, you know, unless it was someone like me that could literally drive around anywhere and be in any situation and just make fun out of nothing. So like I get it in a way with this game, with like it doesn't have everything right off the bat, but this game just wasn't ready to be released. But it's here, and I can play it when it allows me to. So I'm really hoping they polish all that stuff out. But yeah, but that's what, I mean, that's what keeps people playing Grand Theft Auto even today, is even if you don't do mods or whatever, you have the online stuff that you can do. And I guess there's a point in it. I mean, if you want to spend a bunch of money on shark cards or whatever and buy whatever, like cosmetic stuff that you don't know it, but you could just make that stuff yourself. It's just visual things, and that stuff like that has never appealed to me. Like a skin for your player, let me spend $100 on this. Oh yeah, and a fresh loadout, or it makes my guns look cool. Bro, nobody gives a shit. But you, I get it. You know, you like custom things, like, ooh, that looks so cool, but think about it for real. It ain't worth shit. It's not worth anything. That's the truth about it. I could fix this game in a week. Everything that's wrong with it, by just unlocking all of that stuff that people are not, that want to be able to do. They could too. I mean, hell, if the game is already in the trash and everyone hates it, just unlock it where people can just free roam no matter what. Take the dumb time limits off and the mission fail limits off. You know, take that shit off too, because that's just annoying. I didn't really have too many issues with that during my playthrough. I was just trying to burn through it because I wanted to get to the build mode, and I did enjoy the story while I was playing it, but it's not something I would play ever again. It was like it was a one-time thing. And if I would have been having the issues like I've seen in people's videos with the eyes popping out, or like the mission failing for like just no matter what, I would have been upset as well. Very upset. But, and I mean, I don't know. Everyone's system runs it different. I mean, I built my own PC, but I didn't spend $20,000 to build this PC. I didn't spend $5,000 to build this PC. I think at most I spent maybe $2,500. It's like I haven't made none of the follower people public or anything, because I just figured people would make that kind of stuff interact node. You want this one? No, you don't. Well, you want this one when you want the person to get in and out of a car. So you take this node like this. Let me just delete everything here. We use someone we haven't used. That looks like they're ready to party. Yeah, you look like you're ready to, like, save lives. Hey, that works. From the back, when I first seen it, I thought she was, like, race car driver or something. Like, had that kind of suit on. And then I seen the shoulder, and I was like, oh, you're a paramedic. Listen, the stuff I do out here, I probably need a paramedic sometimes, okay? Gets a little crazy out here. And then you need you a car, because this is the kind of stuff you're going to want to... Someone will see this and will be like, this is what I needed to see, bro. Thank you. You're welcome. I try to help when I can. Sorry I haven't had a time to, like, really break down a bunch of stuff. So we want this truck to be it's the actor, so it just goes to the actor one. Or it's the interaction object. It's the object that you want it to interact with, the bottom one. She is the character. She is the interacting character. So she's the one that will interact with this truck. Now, you can also set on this its slot index, which is supposed to be tied to the seats, but I'll tell you right now, it only works on the first 2 seats. 3 and 4 do not work. So I don't even know if that's what it is, because there's so many that goes up to. Oh, you're like, okay, you're at least probably unlimited. Well, this, I can tell you right now, this doesn't work right. But the way, when I put it on 2, she normally would always go to the second seat. So I just thought 3 and 4. I never went past 3 and 4. You could probably use this for interaction with other things, and maybe that's why you would do it. I don't really know. I'm not the person that could tell you that. And then you can rig up your car where the other person can follow you in that. You could do that with more than one car. Right now, we're going to keep it simple with these 3. Okay, so right now we got our person. We have our interact node, so she knows to interact with this. And we will group it after we got everything built out. And I'm just going to try to keep it clean. So hopefully you can see what this is. Now you will need something to start it and everything. Don't worry, we're not going to jump ahead. We're going to do this, build it out. Okay. You want the one that follows player, which is the last one, or the one set AI to follow player. Not this contraption here. All you need from it is to set her follow player. Now all you need is to start and stop the following. Okay? Don't even worry about this, bro. The easiest way to see all the nodes is just type node, and you can see the every 15 pages worth of them. Is it really at the end, or did I pass it? I either passed it or it's not here. You could also plop this down. Probably different ones. Because you say you would have one set to rain, so they walked in this bubble, it starts raining. There's not a bubble there. I should probably put the bubble there if you don't know what the bubble is. I mean, like a trigger. We just use a simple box one. So that when the player steps in this, you could do it when he enters it or like when they exit the bubble. Either one. It's up to you. I'll do it as soon as he walks in. It would trigger this weather to be a sandstorm low. Am I going to see this? Let me at least make it as wide as this road here. Because I actually haven't tested this, so I need to make sure it works before I just tell you. But this is how you make a trigger work. I just don't know if what it says it does, it does. And I'll pull this one up like in front of the truck. So when I walk up to the front of the truck, it should start raining. I think. I don't know. That's what I have this set to, so we'll see. I'll keep it over here to keep it clean. In the box, bro. On enter. Nope. You didn't link. On enter. And you can set your box to what it detects. So like if you didn't want NPCs or vehicles to detect it in just a player, or if you only wanted an NPC, you know, you got the option for that. It doesn't matter for this little test, so we'll walk right here. Okay. Triggers the sandstorm. You probably would want a way to stop it though, because I don't know if the rain is just going to change it to rain and get rid of the sandstorm. Yeah, I guess it looks like it does. You could also do that to set it from day to night. Alright, some more fun things. Something like this, a flip-flop. Basically, when it's on flip, triggers this event. On flop, triggers another explosion. Could use it as an on and off switch though, with flip and flop. And this is a fade. So like you would use this for a loading screen or something. Or fade your screen to black maybe at the end if you wanted. You know, something like that. Skip back to this. I'm sorry I skipped all that, but I got the sidetracked on that, so I thought I got this node out. Whoa, I did too much there. Follow. Oh, I do have it. Yeah, that's what happens. That's right. I was looking for the input node. Man, I'm glad I just thought of that like right off the cuff. Want two, because we want one button to start it, one button to stop it. Now, what you could do that I haven't done in my builds that I would probably change in the future, because for something like this on press, let's say I wanted it to start the follow, and then on this one we want it to stop it. So like that one's going to stop it, and I would use my left on the D-pad since I'm using a controller. This one will be right on the D-pad. If I had copy and pasted two more of these and rigged them the same to the start and stop, but on those two made it keyboard keys, theoretically, and I need to test this to be sure instead of just saying this, it should be able to work with that, so that whether you're on a controller or on your keyboard, however you prefer to play it, you would have automatically controls for either input. Should work. I do not know why this would not work. So we'll just maybe up for that and down just to see. I could do numbers. I was trying to do a button I probably won't push right off the bat to know for sure if it's going to work either way. Let me get my controller to make sure this thing is even hooked up right. That's follow. That's the right on the D-pad. Left is stop. So she'll stay there until I say follow again. Stop. Then on the keyboard, I did up and down. Up and down. Yeah, it works. So that's how you would do something if you wanted to have it more accessible for people. You could rig up another two buttons that do the same thing, start and stop, just with keyboard keys, and these being the controller keys. So you can, that's really nice that at least that does work, to have both. I don't need both, so I'm not going to keep these. I try to not use the keyboard as much as I can for me, because I do a lot of work with the keyboard. So it feels like I'm working when I use a keyboard. When a controller, it just feels like I'm having fun, even if I'm doing work type shit. You know, it's just fun. I don't know. Everyone likes their own cup of tea, alright? Or whiskey. So now she follows and stops, but when she stopped, she should have been getting in this truck and wasn't. Why was that? Because I didn't start the interaction. So normally for that, on the one that tells her to stop, this button, when I press this button to tell her to stop, I want you to start the interaction so that you automatically try to get in that truck. Now you could run that on its own button, use a totally different button, so that you could tell her to stop so she would stand here and not try to get in the truck until you push like another button like up. But I'll let her get in like this. Hopefully it doesn't like pop her head off or anything and she gets in there. You never know. This isn't fleshed out completely. Yo, why can't I get in the truck? Why can't I get in this truck? Something is not right. Let me get you out on the road a little bit. That shouldn't have anything to do with anything. On the follow one, stop your interaction, I guess. Is that how I'd make her get out of it? Hold on. Get in the truck. Now get out of the truck. Oh, man. Definitely did not work. I mean, it did, but for whatever reason, it took her out. And it shouldn't. She should be able to get out of the truck without dying. Let's try a different vehicle. Not that it would probably make that much of a difference. But some cars are really not ready. Maybe we'll have better luck with this Jeep. Make it the set interaction object. I'm gonna get in the truck first this time. Then I'm gonna tell you to get in. I wonder if I should have linked it. It might need to be on the same button. Get out without chopping your head off. Okay, good. Now hop back in. Hop back out. Interesting. Hold on. I might have found what the bug is there. Yeah, your animation. What if I skip the animation? Would that fix it breaking you? Pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out, in, out. Your animation's what's broken on you then? Oh. Seems like it, eh?
Oh, hi. Back again? Did you say something?
Alright. Wait, but can I be like down here and you just like, ping? Yeah. Get out my truck. I was just kidding, get back in. Oh, if only you had that kind of function in real life. Man. No. Boom. Like, as soon as that lip starts running, you're just like, you know what? You can hoof it.
You're unbelievable.
Type thing. Look at this traffic, bro. I told y'all the traffic in this game is broken. You'd only ever know it if you played the game for, like, as long as it's been running right now. But it's a big issue. I wish you could just take the traffic off. And that's what I was going to see if that one thing would work for. What was that node called? Where the hell did you get a forest from? I bet you that's that same person that did them cars, isn't it? Yeah. This person knows somebody. You know somebody. Because you put some stuff in that is like from somewhere. It might be someone from the Everywhere team or something. It kind of looks like some assets like that would be in that. I did play Everywhere in early access. Golly, a while ago when it first started. I haven't messed with it since, so I don't know what it is now. But I was part of that. And it was kind of crazy, man, because there were so many people in there running around. Because there was like if you've ever played one of them games where it's like got the big meetup area like that, and you can run over there and there's just people running around and stuff, like mini games that I can't think of a single name to one. You know what? We can't find it. It's fine. I just wanted to see if it was going to take the traffic off. It's like that law. That's what it was. It was a law thing. Set martial law. I give it like a second. Because sometimes that thing activates before anything else does, and it doesn't work right. See if it clears the traffic, though. Yeah, it did. There's still cars driving. So what's the point of that set martial law? It's so crazy that the traffic does this. I may cut this, but I want to see what the heck is causing this traffic to be stopped. The red light? Is it stuck? Because if I'm not over here in this area, it doesn't work. Wow. Also, you should let me change these billboards. Give me something to do that. You know, when you're adding the new stuff in, let me be able to customize these, bro. Because whatever y'all got here, that was for your single player stuff. Now this is a totally different thing. Oop. Okay. I remind myself of what I was going to try next. But anyway, that was how you set up the follower yourself there from scratch. You got your civilian going to the interact node for the vehicle. We have our buttons that turn in the start and stop off on this one. That is the follow. Set AI to follow player. And that's all it is. Right? So even if you don't know anything about logic, if you grab these nodes like I did and plop them in, the only thing you should probably do is once you have everything like that, just group everything together. The vehicle, maybe possibly too, because I feel like if you leave them here and you're driving around, behind the scenes, it's like drawing a line going out everywhere that may cause an issue. So like you might as well just group it. Select it all, Control G, it's a group now. It's grouped, but if you want to save it for yourself, you want to make a stamp. So you'd make a stamp like that. I didn't need to do this, but since it's for the tutorial one, I'll just name it Tutorial Follow with Car. No, because I might think that's the one. Follow. Maybe that will work. And we create a little thing here just so you know what it is. You know, oh yeah, there's a person in a car. I did something with that. Hopefully you named it something here that would tell you what it is, but you know. So, did I show how you get the car to follow? I think I did. I thought I talked about it. Something I'm curious about that may... I don't know if it's going to work. So we're going to find out together. I want to know, since I can get a car to follow me like that, could I get a drone? Could I make the person get in the drone and follow me? You aren't the one that has the car. It's the one that this one. So like her car here goes to making it follow, right? It's the vehicle one. It's the ground vehicle follow. So I wonder if I would need to use a different, not ground, but like another kind of follow. Because this may only contain logic for the looking for a ground vehicle, and if you use a drone, that's like not a ground vehicle. So it may not work. Anyway, it goes to the bottom of that and the bottom of the interact that I talked about earlier. But to actually be able to delete this car to crack into the group, delete the car. While I'm still in the group, go to vehicles. I would almost guarantee 100% this isn't going to work. But it does have me wondering if I can make it work with something else. Exit all the groups so that I can get to this one. Wait, did I do that right? That line didn't feel right. Set following actor. Ah. I didn't think that looked right. I was like, that doesn't sound right at all. Yeah, so you go to interact. I don't know. That's the one I missed. Oh, it won't let me? Wait, let me exit this. Go to this. Interaction object. You will at least get in the drone, but I don't know if you will try to drive that thing to follow me. So, let's see if you even get in the drone, though. Okay. You did get in the drone. Yeah, she's not gonna fly that thing. Would have been cool if you didn't, Shotty. If you did, it would have been cool. It sounded like I said didn't.
Don't mean we have problems with indigestion.
See, there's seats in the back of this too, and there's doors here. So that's another vehicle that 4 people should be able to ride in. Ah, it's Miss Chattybox in here.
It doesn't sound fat, does he, darling?
Me? You know, sometimes even when you're not being voiced by me, you say some shit that sounds like you are talking. Is your head going through the seat there? How does that make you feel? Huh? She say she wanted to have a tickle with me? I don't... What was you doing back there, huh?
My family is the largest propane producer in the South.
Okay, you're still chattering.
With indigestion.
Man, her voice...
The best things in life are fried.
It's hard to hear sometimes. I don't know if she is still chattering. But the voice I do for her is about the same. It's hard to really listen to. That's why I try not to have her say too many things. Because I feel like if I changed it now, it'd just be like, why are y'all both chattering? So here's the thing that is supposed to work that doesn't. That I'm hoping they fix on their follow. Because you may have tried this a bit like, why doesn't this... Not that one. Not that follow. This one. By the way, for each character that you want to follow, they each need their own follow node. You can't link 2 characters to this. Only one of them's going to listen to it. So you would want to set or have a follow node for each of your NPCs. Oh, that's not even it. That's not even where you disable the chatter at. Must be on her herself. Which would make sense, I guess. Disable AI ambient voice. Okay. Now, I would think that would mean it's supposed to stop them from chattering. However, I'm going to do it to both of them. And, oh, it's already... See, it is disabled on her, and she talks. I don't know if you could set her to any of the other ones if she would still do it. And here's what I know. If she's a civilian and she's following you and you shoot your gun, they cower. If they're an ally, you can shoot your gun, they won't cower. I don't know about neutral or friendly. What about friendly? Will you chatter if you're friendly? I mean, it was disabled and you weren't. When they're following, they don't chatter. You tell them to stop following, that's when they go do their own thing. And you could have them, like, wander. Like, I have them where they're set to go into this because that's what their interaction is. You could have that interaction, make them dance or something. They could just stand there and break into a dance. Get out of that. I need to see if you're going to cower.
My mama raised me to be a proper little lady.
Huh. You must only cower when you're a civilian, then. She didn't get out. Which means I don't have something set up on her right. Why do you walk up on me like that? You always scare me because your head, like, does a weird thing. Yo, those eyes are moving. Oh my goodness, I can see the eyes through the back of your head. That is insane. You're always wearing shades, so I never knew, like, your eyes, like, looked around like that. I wish I could take your shades off, I'll be honest. It's also crazy because she was just a random NPC I picked.
Oh, Pudding, would you look at you?
And she just happened to have that country accent and everything. What happened? Wait, where's the paramedic? Oh, she done left. Darn it. So, for the drone to follow, man, can we make it work? I don't know. There's nothing I like more than trying new things, though. I really wish I used the simple. I feel like all of this I don't need to mess with. If you just delete it. Let's use our tutorial one. Oh, that's public. We don't want public. Oh yeah, I don't know if I talked about on the hold on, I gotta sneeze. Kinda not saying what I need it to say. This is still for like an AI if you wanted them to follow a specific thing. I'm trying to make the vehicle follow me. That's why the ground vehicle one worked for the ground vehicle, so you probably need to add another logic that has the other one for that type of thing. Now next, we'll start a new clip and I'll jump into my build map so I can show you the other thing because it's already set up in there and I don't have to build a whole thing. So I'll hit play because what I got to show you is right here in the beginning. Everyone, I need y'all to stop right here and not follow me while I'm doing this. So we're going to walk around over here to the ladies. They have a, what's it called? I'll show you the logic for it in a second, but you can have them just doing a thing. Now, I think disabling the AI chatter is kind of like their chatter they're doing now. They're not really talking, but you hear ambient kind of voices every now and then that don't really sound like they're saying anything. Clearly, it's just like chatter. That might be all that's doing, and it doesn't actually stop their actual chatter like it needs to be doing. But what I really thought was interesting about this emote thing they're kind of doing is it's kind of a long thing that they go through of a sequence. It's not just like they do one little thing. Like this specific one, I haven't tested all of them. No, thank you, ma'am. I'm just we're here for tutorial purposes only. Okay? Only for tutorial purposes. Oh. Oh, she's trying to persuade the police officer to leave her money bag guy away. Alone. Away. Alone. That chatter that they just did there is what I was meaning. See, like now she's crawling. Things like that. You know, and they're both going to do the same thing because they both have the same emote thing going. It's weird that it's not in sync because they both trigger exactly at the same time, I would think. Although you can see the difference. Their timing isn't exactly the same, so it probably needs a different kind of delay on it or something for that. But I mean, look at this. They actually are like doing more than just the one little thing they did in the beginning, you know? So like for the emote thing, that was like quite a lot. Quite a lot. That might be the start of the new one. I don't really know the whole sequence. But I think she did that earlier with that cop or something, right? Oh no, now she's got the shoulders going. Oh shit. Damn it, girl. Oh shit. Damn it again. Type thing. Oh yeah, and they got like the little sheriff badges on their little hats, so you know, it's not for certain, but maybe they are riding with the police officer. Maybe they are the new ride-alongs. Maybe they're doing some community service. Is that what you are doing, community service? Anyway, so yeah, it was quite the sequence on that. Yo, this is clearer now. This used to be like real blurry. Interesting. I mean, it's not, it's better than it was. I give that a thumbs up. So it might be on this one that I did it somewhere. If it's still here. Did I remove it? Really? Oh, what? What is she saying at that point? Oh, it's not here, because it was like right here you would press the interact. And then he would start doing that dance. Or something like it, it seemed like. I must have removed that part.
Oh, I'd love to throw a spanner in the works.
But that's a cool thing that you can add. And I would just run up here real quick to show you for the health thing. It's weird because when you're looking at it, it has a trigger box on it, but I guess the trigger box is like really only saying like when the player's standing here, have the option to trigger this. So when you go up here, I have my HUD turned off, don't I? Because my health isn't down there. Show HUD. No? It only show when your weapon's out? Oh, okay. So you push triangle and then this gives you twice the health that you would have had. You can skip it if you want. You don't have to pick it up. But it's there. There's another health box like halfway through it. But it doesn't double your health. It just would heal you. So we can look at the... I set up a score system for like any NPCs killed in this platform area count towards the score. Any NPCs. And that's all I'll say. Let's go to the build mode. So that we can see this. And these are also bonus points if you found them and shot them. You don't have to go around the map looking for them. Like, you'll either see them from here, or you'll just slightly miss them. It's not a big deal. But if you were trying to get the highest score, because that was what you wanted to do, they're there. And the way they work, I'll show you. I guess I'll go ahead and show you now. You can have it where it's either when it gets on destroyed it would have did it, or just on hit. And I did it on hit. On destroyed it does it too. But that means every time a bullet hits that thing, it's giving points to... Now, this is not exactly the actual thing, is it? Is it? I think it's just part of it. It adds score points, but it's... There's a trigger zone I built. Up here. This is what you really need for it to work for every time someone's killed. So as you can see, I drug the bubble out very big so that it covered the area from at least to where this was. I mean, it's a little bigger than it needs to be, but that's fine. I wanted to make sure no one at any part of the inside of it got left out. Basically, when it detects someone has gotten close to fainting, well, when they faint, it triggers so many things to it. So the first thing that's triggering is this sound effect that I put here. Every time you take something out, it's playing that sound, like cha-ching. It's a cash register thing. This is what was actually adding to this, is the scoreboard logic or whatever that they had, this right here. And I just grabbed this one and I pulled it up out of here because it's the one that actually, when you look at it, it says that simple trigger to add points, you know. So everything like those extra bonus balls are connected to it. Those are really the only thing. That's just a little trigger zone. That's another ball that's hidden in there. Only the balls needed to be added for it to be like that. On the output of it, though, it's going to this right here on your activate on the... This is what is actually adding a point or whatever. Is what it really is. So, like, if you don't know logic or whatever, that's all you really need to know is, like, this plus one. You want to hook things to that. You don't really got to touch anything else in it. So you need that one, and you need the... And that's in this scoreboard logic. So that one, and then this one right here. The way the AI, there's nothing drug into them because that this kill box up here, or this zone, it detects any player that gets killed in it, and it's pulling... Every time someone gets killed, it's pulling, or it's adding a point. Well, I keep saying pulling. It's adding a point. That's why it's drawn to the top. Just like this one was. That was adding each of the balls. This one should have also been up there, but it was the first one I did, so that's why it technically would, like, has the two. They all have two, though, I would say. Because, yeah, they all have two lines. They have two that are going to the start. And the one is for each of the points, but also wanted you to get a point when you actually destroy it. So, you know, just that extra point that it would have added. You could mess with the scoreboard, like to probably increase or decrease how many points each of them gets. I left it like it was because it was something, just so there was something. So for these dancing people down here, we have this. Wait, it's supposed to do it then. This says allow player interaction. Y'all stop. I'm not seeing the button pop up.
Oh, bravo, darling.
Where is it? It would show
Back, does he, darling?
like a little triangle for me, and it's not showing it. But I put that node thing somewhere right here.
Moi, never.
I don't know. There's probably a better way to do it. You could probably have it like actually in a zone that you stand in. But it was working. First time I did it. That's how I knew it even was a thing. I don't have to like face you or anything, do I? So I was standing somewhere like this. But she does walk away from it. She moves around.
You like my outfit? It's vintage.
Hmm.
Do you know where I could find another?
That's the girl. That's one of the... That's the... Yeah, girl. No way you are the girl that's in the gas station. I didn't know that until now.
Oh, I'd love to throw a spanner in the works.
You can tell I haven't stood here and heard their conversations or anything.
Ra-dee-da, darling.
I was just talking about you earlier. But the girl on the street, she had pink hair.
Oh,
Different color top. She had those shorts, but they were like camouflage. So I was like, yeah, they should have where you can change. And her necklace was more like tribal looking. Change accessories and things. She did it. There's like a box right here. Wondering if it wasn't showing me because I wasn't. Yo, I don't know why it's not working. It does say allow player to interact or whatever, right? Allow player interaction. I don't know. I know it has worked though. I've gotten it to work where you walk over here and she does the thing. Or like he can do the thing if you push triangle or whatever. Or Y. Or F. I don't know what it is on keyboard. Come on, everyone's here and they want to see me dance, girl. For some reason, it's not showing me the interact button. No, you're going to block me in. There's like something blocking me right here, so I'm thinking this is where the other person was standing. That's so funny that she's the yeah girl.
Are you mad?
Sometimes. Does it work on them? But anyway, you can get... Oh man, I don't remember where those were. Oh yeah, I clicked that way too fast. Animation. Then you have all of these different ones. It's something like this when you want to connect it to the back and you want it to be able to swivel but stay connected. They don't have a joint that can do that. They only have logic right now at the moment. And like that would definitely be something they would add, because if they would want people to like build their own vehicles or something, like maybe they will have car bodies that you can just hook up wheels on or something. To even be able to set up a wheel that's going to work on a car, it's going to need to be working off of some kind of joint. So really, like, I mean, yeah, it is a beta version of the build mode, but like that seems like they would have to change the way their physics and stuff work for that. They definitely would have to change their physics and stuff, because their physics doesn't work right for one. But even on things that it should work on, it doesn't. So this can have collision. It cannot have physics though, unless it was on a joint, or unless they added it to where you could do it to this specific thing without it interfering, like have it ignore the ground or something, or ignore certain objects. Then it could stay like this, rotating like they do, and then each one of them, when it spins, would actually work as a roller system. So like, you know, it would come on here and it would go up kind of like a conveyor would across the rollers. I just wanted it to have that, so like it could kind of be pulling the car up. The car can get up it, but I just wanted that effect as well. It would have been cool to have. Wow, it looked like it pushed you around, but that had to have been just looks, right? There's no way it like pulled you. There's no way it's pulling y'all up. That doesn't even make sense. Wait a second. It did it to me too. Hold on, get it. Bro, this wasn't a thing before. Can't get up this one. I mean, you can't run up this. You can run up the stairs if you didn't want to take a car. Y'all come back here and stop. Out of my way. Maybe it just didn't work on the vehicle. Trying to get the wheels where they're at least on the cylinder to give it a fair chance. No. It doesn't work on the vehicle, but it actually was working on the character a little bit. Like, look at that, he's moving. And then if I could get up to the next one, it would work on that one too. But you can see it on the first two. So the first one, you can kind of see it moves a little bit. This one you can definitely tell when you stand on it though, because it's scooting them. It's actually scooting them. Yeah. It should have done that all the way up though. It needs to be a little bit stronger than that. But it does. So I apologize for saying it doesn't have any friction. It has some for an NPC. Slightly. I really wish I could play this though, man. You know, it's quite fun. When I went to save this version, I left them down here, went up there, cleared out the first two areas. Then brought them up. They still didn't all make it. Like, even when they stayed down here, somehow I lost two of them. The only ones that was left was that girl, but that's because if you hit stop follow and she gets in the car, when you're up there fighting around, you might see her setting down, like stuck in that emote, and she just doesn't ever get out of it. But I left it because I wanted to keep the logic in where, like, if someone wanted to jump into this and fool around, so like get in this car. Oh, this girl, I was pointing at the wrong girl. She could get in the car with you and y'all could just drive around. Like, just forget this place. So that you could jump in and you would have something in your free roam. Since you don't want to mess with logic or anything like that, if you just were... There's a way out of this place. Which you kind of need to know if you ever fall out over there or something. You can get out of this place. I don't know if that thing actually raises, so we won't mess with that. And it's not going to say mission failed or anything. I didn't put that stuff on here. They actually have that as a logic, and I was like, are you kidding me? Not for what I'm building. It doesn't work on what I'm building. So I'd want someone to just be able to still be able to drive around and do whatever, and they are easily can have someone in the car with them, you know, if they wanted. You drive around with her. There's a car spawner up there on the platform after you get up there, out on that one. So when you go up to that one right there, there's a where that light is thing where you can pick different cars. There's only so many you can pick though, because I tried to change to some of the other NPC cars. But this specific one, it only has like a menu where you can see the few of them, like I've shown before. And to customize those cars, you open the logic up on it, and it's these. So here you have the list of the different cars, and it's only these cars. And you can tell that's not every car in the game. So there's only certain ones. And the police one is pretty much the only one I changed. I think all the other ones are what they were or what it had. Because everything was just like, it was mounted, it almost had all the cars already on the list there that it had to choose from. You right, cuz? So what I was saying though is you could come up here and pick you another car and drive out and go around and explore around. If you were just sitting here like, dang, I wish I could find more cars. There's that spawner. I think there's another kind of spawner for vehicles, but I haven't used that one. And it may have where you can spawn like any car or something. I don't know. But it also just looked better with the rain and everything being wet like. Like when you're in here, you can see the water. It just makes the game look better. You know, it didn't look bad when it was like just regular nighttime. But with the rain, it really felt like something different. Especially inside my garage. It looked very cool. You can really tell it on the higher levels. But I'm not going to go up there. Made my custom build of this building kind of look more, I don't know, it didn't look so like, look like it was just thrown together. It kind of like makes the walls a little shiny, shinier look on everything. And the water is, they did do good detail, although it should not be coming through these, you know, it shouldn't be raining inside the building with roofs on it. I don't know why so many games don't create what it would take to block that off. Pretty much any game that's got rain in it, the majority of the time, when they have a weather system and you see the rain and you're inside a building, you'll see the rain falling through whatever. And it's crazy because they built their buildings or whatever you're in and they still didn't do a little area where the rain would block out from that little area. You know? But some games have done it to where it does. And future games definitely will. But it's just like a lazy thing that they didn't do. I said it because it's true. You was lazy. I mean, you were probably being told you had to work on this other certain thing. And there was no time for that. And it's unfortunate when that happens. So that happens a lot. Where like people that actually are the creators of the game, forget about like the person that's holding the paycheck or whatever that's paying them. The people that are actually doing the creative work on it, they don't always get to do what they want to do. They could always do more and make things way better. But there's certain things like big companies that want things done in a certain time limit. And you don't really give people the freedom that way of really cutting loose on a project. Anytime I hear something's delayed, I always get excited. Because I'm like, they actually want to make something that, for whatever reason, maybe something wasn't working or broken, or maybe they wanted to add an extra feature and give it extra time. I'm like, I appreciate that so much. Are you even enlightened, bro? Well, until next time, adios.